Hi, welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. I'm going to open. Um, yeah, okay. So let's make that full screen. Full screen, and I want that to be always on visible. Okay, we're back. The game jam is over, so we don't have the stress from the game jam anymore. We still have our little project that's here. It works in the browser. You can go and check it out if you want. It's available on Itch. And what I wanted to do today is to test the limits because I want to reuse this system in the future for my current game project. So I wanted to add to see if we can add more advanced objects in this system. And what I wanted to add is to try this out is a virtual pet toy inside the simulation. Yep, that's what I want to try to add. So yeah, let's first add the physical object and then we'll do the interactions. I already have the software that is supposed to run on the virtual pet toy because I already made a game called Mini Pet 64. I've done that a long time ago. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Mini Pet 64. Made during a 14 days for the Lure Jam 2021. Whoa, it's a long time ago now. So yeah, it's just a little toy. No, it's just a little game where you have to play with a pet like that. And that's really simple. The idea is to create a 3D object in the simulation that will run this game. That's what I want to try to do. One thing I need to check is this running in Godot 4 or not? That's what I need to check because if that's not running in Godot 4, we'll have an issue. So let's see. Okay. Okay. Source. Godot. And it's Godot 3.5. Okay, yeah. Godot 3.5. So we might have an issue with this. Go from Godot 3 to Godot 4 would be an issue. Let's try and see if the game. Oh, maybe it's too loud for you. Hey, Fantozer. Where's the? Where's the game? Okay. This is. Okay. Okay. So. Play. Oh. Okay, I gave a lot of money to the user here. That was pretty cool. Okay. Let's try to open that in Godot 4 and see if there's a lot to change. What's up, Fantozer? Okay, Minipet 64. Godot 4. Okay. So let's try to open this in the latest Godot version. Wait, there's a new Godot version. We might want to check that. But not now. Something wrong? Project. Oh, I cannot have two open at the same time? I'm sure I can. You said weird things can happen when using threads. And I got the strangest error message the other day. Internal bug, please report. Code data was modified during destruction? What's code data? Let's search for Godot. Godot 4. Okay. And let's try to open Minipet 64. Not this one. I want to open it in a new folder so that if I break something, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Oh, there you go. So let's open a project in Godot 4. The selected project was generated by Godot 3. Yes, so let's convert the full project. Let's go. Let's see what we get from there. Will it run? I hope so. Is it over? Oh, there's a lot of failures. Let's go one by one. What's that? Add-ons? Add-on gift? What's that? Why do I use gift? Add-on gift? Godot IRC for Twitch. Oh no, I do not need that at all. Wait, am I using... What version of my game I'm using? Chat message. Can I go in Git and check that? I try to use that as a bot for Twitch, where you will have little pets for each user in the chat. Yeah, okay. We need to revert back to an older version. Okay. So let's go back. Checkout failed to checkout branch. Yeah, that's normal. It's because we try to port to Godot 4. So let's git stash. There you go. Now we should be able to go to this branch. Okay, cool. Now we're on the right branch. Let's try to open Godot again. Okay. Convert full project. It should be done. And now let's open. Okay, so we are porting this project to Godot 4. It's a small project. It's not a big deal. Let's try to run. Okay. So let's see. Jiraccess cannot be constructed as it's abstract. Okay, let's see. We might need the Godot 4 migration. Tool. So migrating from 3 to 4. Jiraccess. File integrate classes were replaced by file access and Jiraccess. Okay. So let's see how Jiraccess works. Jiraccess open path. Okay. If dir. Try that. Oh. Wait. Okay, that's okay. We have something. I want the game to run 64 by 64 pixels. So let's change that in the settings window, and we need to change the scale. I think it's shrink. Doesn't exist anymore. I think we need to make that 8, I guess. Let's see. Yes. Okay, that's we have something. Let's continue. The function doesn't match the parent. So it seems like lookat we shouldn't, like lookat is an already defined function. So let's rename it. Let's name that lookat target, but we need to search all the occurrences of lookat. That's the I. That's the I. There you go. Lookat target, lookat target. Minibist lookat. Here. Okay. And we should be good. Let's try again. Next, invalid type in function set param. In particular, process material. Why? Glitcher. Yeah, I remember what this is. In function set param in base particle process material cannot convert argument 2 from int to vector. Okay, so we are in particle process material set param, and we need a vector 2 as a value. That's strange. Maybe that means that it's not using set param anymore for the param scale. Oh no, it's just okay. We just need to multiply that by vector 1, and that should work. Okay, next. Camera twin. Oh yeah, all the twin. Every twin. Yeah. We need to make, yeah, twins really change from Godot 3 to Godot 4. So yeah, we need to check that. So that's in. Oh, sorry, you might not see everything. There you go. You know what? Let's even do this so that you can see the tree. Okay. Yeah. So the twin, camera twin, twins do not exist anymore. Like, it's not a thing that exists in Godot 4 as a node. So let's see. We use a twin here in the camera holder. So now the camera twin is just going to be a twin node, a twin object, but not twins doesn't exist anymore. So yeah. So when do we use it? Let's see. We use it quite, no, not that much. Okay, we use it here. We don't need to start the twins anymore. So we can remove that. We need to check if it exists already. So if camera twin exists, then we kill it. And if it doesn't exist, we create it. and that should be good. We need to do that for the other occurrence of camera twin, which is here. And yeah, this is not how things work anymore. So now you need to set trans cubic and set is. I don't even know if twin is out and stuff like that exist anymore, but we'll see. Okay, let's see. There was an issue. Oh, this is called twin property now instead of interpolate property. Okay. What else? Vertical camera transform. No. Yeah, we don't give initial values anymore. Okay. Let's see. Non-existent function interpolate property. Oh, there's another twin here. It's in MiniBeast. MiniBeast. Oh no. Okay, MiniBeast is here. And yeah, we have a twin here. So we are doing that each frame. Which is a weird way of doing this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure we should do this that way, but hey, why not? Let's see. So let's create a new twin. And we just, if the twin exists, we kill it. And then we create it. Here we're going to replace all the interpolate property with twin property. We don't need to start. Okay. Then we don't need the null. Anymore. That's not how things work anymore. Yeah, so I'm pretty okay with the way I'm using twin here. It's not normal way of dealing with smoothing things out, but since it's linear, I'm using linear stuff. It's as if I was doing a lerp based on the, yeah, that's okay. Okay, one thing is bad here is we need to make the twin parallel. Okay. Okay, let's try that. Whoa, we got something. We got a 3D something. Invalid assignment of property key parameters one shot active with value of type ball on a base object of type animation tree. Let's put some music on. I have my usual lo-fi Zelda playlist. Okay. So for some reason this doesn't exist anymore. It's in the eye. Let's see. This is the eye, okay. Invalid assignment of property or key parameters one shot active in the animation tree. Let's see. Animation tree. So one shot active, invalid assignment of property parameters, one shot active. It exists. What's going on? Blend tree. Okay, where's the blend tree? There it is. Okay. So the one shot. Yeah, one shot. And why cannot I click on? I'm not sure. I should be able to click on this. Oh, I need to select. Okay, it's not a boolean anymore. Okay. Fire. Okay, it must be a new thing. A resource to, after setting the request and changing the animation playback, the one-shot node automatically clears the request on the next process frame by setting its request value to one-shot request none. Okay. So we need to use we need to use request fire and not true. Okay. Understood. Request fire. Okay, I think we can try again. Biblically accurate Pac-Man. Okay, that kind of works. The position of the camera is wrong. And it's like full on creepy vibes. But we're getting somewhere. Okay. Let's try again. The eyes. Okay, I know what's going on, but it's funny. Okay, let's play. Oh. Oh no. Okay, I need to show you what it's supposed to look like because that's really funny. Okay, we are quite far from the game, but it's okay. The eye, yeah. This mesh here is supposed to be this size, so that's the first fix. This is using a viewport texture. That's a bit overkill, but why not? Okay, yes, it looks like. If you don't tell me, I wouldn't know that's how it's. That's not what's supposed to happen. Yeah, sure. But yeah, you can pet. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Let's remove the audio. Okay. So that's what it's supposed to look like, but the lights and the vibe is really creepy, and the camera is not rotating as expected. And it's, yeah, the end is not interacting with the eyes. It should interact with eyes. So we'll need to fix that. First, let's see what's going on with the colors and all. So here the material that is used is not displayed for some reason. Do we have why? Oh, maybe the environment. There's no environment. No, there's one. What's going on? Oh yeah. Okay. We need to add a procedural sky. Cool, let's try again. Okay, the colors are weird, but it's better than before. Okay. We're getting somewhere. So why are the eyes not working? Let's see. Well, the eyes are working, but I mean, they are not colliding with my hand here. So I have a collision shape. Or maybe the collision shape, yeah, okay. Collision shape is not the right size. Let's try again. Yes, it's working. You can put your finger in the eye of the pet. Okay, the camera is not doing the right calculation, and I think it's the way pixels work. So let's see. Actual mouse position. Let's print the viewport size. I think it changed in God of War, and now it will actually say the real viewport size. Yeah, 512 instead of 64. So we need to divide it by the scale, and maybe we can have the viewport. Not the size, but like the texture size. Texture size maybe? Or get texture. Get size. Oh no, the texture is also okay. The scale. Scaling 3D scale? Okay, there's no scale. Interesting. Scaling 3D mode. No, oh no, that's not that. Let's see in the project settings. Stretch window, stretch scale. Okay. Zero? How do I get this information? Okay. Well, I guess I'm not getting this information. Okay. Should I just render the game at 64 by 64 pixel? Okay, that works. So yeah, the issue here is I'm using the size of the viewport instead of using the size of the game. But I'm not sure how to get the actual size of the game. So yeah, so just to explain, the game is rendered in 64 by 64 pixels, but I want to display it at a higher resolution, but some of the calculations were based on the position of the cursor, and in Godot 3 it was using a 64 by 64 cursor position, but in Godot 4 it seems like it's using the information from the viewport size, so it breaks a bit. Okay. So we have some values here. Interesting. It seems like screen transform is what we want, I guess. Visible rect is also giving us interesting information. What we could do is get the viewport size, then our mouse position, yeah, and then we use the visible rect size here instead. Let's try that. Yes, okay, that works. Nice. Okay, that's fixed. Let's get a new bed. Okay, the idea is you get new beds and then you can play, and you have to avoid blue fruits. But of course it's broken, so we need to fix that. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We'll be able to compare at the end, before and after the port to God of War. But the final idea will be to be able to play the game in my other game. So that's why we are porting. Okay. So the mini game is completely broken. It shouldn't look like that at all. Oh. What is this? Sky? A texture, okay. Do we need the width to be 165 pixels? Oh. Okay. Pet data, selected pet. Selected pet equals 0. Yeah, okay, pet data. You know what? Let's create a new pet. If we are in the editor, if editor, how do we check if we are in editor? Hey, Spectre. Yes, so Spectre, I want to put that game in the other game. I want to put that pet simulator as a toy, as a physical 3D object in the other game. In the room simulator. And so we have to port it from God of 3 to God of 4 to be able to include it. how do each, I think if OS has feature debug, I think, or something like that. I don't know. Modulo by 0 error. Are you sure? Oh, I did not load the... Yeah, okay. Okay, for some reason the gradient... Well, yeah, the gradient was not at the right place. Sky standard position equals sky get position. Okay. That's a really bad way of doing that. I remember that was done at the last minute, so that's why it's badly done. But yeah, that's not how we should do that. So sky set, I don't know why I do this. Set position vector 2 x should be... Can we not center it? Okay. Yeah, I think we will use a sprite 2D instead of that. Let's copy the gradient and use a gradient texture 2D. We can do that now, thanks to Godot 4. Okay. Okay, that should work. So now we need to move it. So for X we have 0. That's to do day and night cycle. It will start here and go down like that, and it creates a day and night, kind of a day and night cycle. So here we can just have indicate timer time left multiplied by 4. I think it's a bit yeah, it's a bit crazy way of doing that. Let's, instead of this, just create a lerp or a remap. So we are going to remap the value time left. Okay. The start for this value should be the maximum, which should be the size of the screen. But let's say it will stay 64 for now. Minus the size of the texture, the sprite. So sky dot height, size maybe. Is that the way to do that? Get height. Okay. Cool. So this minus 64. So that's the starting point. And the end Oh no, that's input stop. Okay. That's the input for the input. Input should start at 0 and end at the total time that we let to the player. And that must be wait time from here. Let's see. Oof, what's going on? Yeah, wait, okay, that's not a big deal. Yeah, the position was wrong. Yeah, because it's the opposite here. Okay, so the day-night thing is good. Let's save that. Next, invalid operand float and nil in operator. So that's float, okay. Bad fruit chance is nil. It's supposed to be 0.4. Wait, run def doesn't exist? Yeah, it does. Okay, so what's the deal? Maybe it's no. Okay. Cool. So now the physics is completely wrong. We need to fix the physics. The pet 2D. We should prevent it from being like rotating. So let's see. I'm not sure what this is supposed to look like. It's been a long time without checking this. In the game was made 5 years ago, or maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, there are some raycasts. I'm not sure why. We need to prevent this from rotating. Isn't there a way to disable rotation? Lock rotation. The body's behavior can be adjusted via lock rotation. Okay. Where is that though? It's not available here. Oh, here it is. Okay, let's try again. I cannot move. I can jump. Okay. It's too massive. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, I guess the physics completely changed since Godot 3. Good job. Let's play again. The tile map. The tile map is completely gone. Let's see what we can do for that. The time map node is deprecated as it's superseded by the use of multiple time map layer nodes. To convert a time map to a set of time map layer node, open the time map bottom panel with this node selected, click the toolbox icon on the top right corner, and choose extract time map layers as individual time map layer nodes. Let's try to do that. Is it done? Did it work? I'm not sure it worked. Where is the time map though? Okay. Am I missing something? Did it destroy all my work? What? Okay, I think. But how did people do that? Like, do all the 2D games are? Can we just like 2D games are not going from Godot 3 to Godot 4? Like it's not a thing? I need to do everything again? Let me try to open the game in Godot 3 to see what we're looking for here. Wait. Okay. So here we have the game running in Godot, yeah, Godot 3. I'm really bad. Okay, cool. So yeah, that was the game. Uh, what did you say? Yeah, there's now the tilemap layer node. Yeah, sure. I know they change all the tilemap stuff, but like when you go from a Godot 3 to a Godot 4 game, like all the timemaps, you have to redo everything. That's a big ask, you know. So here's my tilemap here. I think they broke, like all my tile set is broken, right? Yeah, I have a full tile set here. Is this broken too? I guess so. Can I save this tile set? Wait, maybe I can save this tile set and open it in Godot 4? Copy resource? Can I just paste it here? Okay. I saved the tile set. Let's try to open it in the other Godot. Tile set.trez. Copy. Paste. Okay. Let's open the tile set. Did it work? No, it did not work. Okay. Okay, cool. So for some reason they show me this like 3 different tile set. But I cannot see my tiles on them. Here I have like 1 tile that I can select. And I can select the alternative tiles. I think it's better to just start from scratch because I'm going to go insane. So tile map is broken. Let's do a tile map layer. Okay. I'm not sure where it was. Yeah, it was on top here. They are completely different functionality. Yeah, but I expected to be able to use like you know, when you go from Godot 3 to Godot 4, it does some transforming, like it transforms some stuff. I was hoping it will at least give me the tile set. Okay, maybe not the tile map. It was a breaking change. Yeah, but even breaking change, you can have tools to import, like to refactor automatically some stuff. I'm sure you could make a tool to at least have the tile set, you know? Okay, so let's create a new tile set. It doesn't even have the same functionality anymore. Some things can be done different. Some things can't be done anymore. Yes, but okay, can we agree that at least the squares, like the tiles, being able to just have the regions of each tile? Can we agree that this will make sense? Okay. 5 by 5 pixels. Let's add an atlas, I guess. Would you like to automatically create tiles in the atlas? Yes. Okay, so this time it did what I expected. Okay, now what? But okay, what I feel really weird about is people who had a 2D game in Godot 3 had to just restart a game from scratch then. Like, you cannot really port a game. Like, it's not feasible at all. Like, it will destroy all your data from Godot 3 to Godot 4. That's a bit crazy. One reason I stopped on my dungeon crawler. Oh no. Can we create an auto tiling stuff? Terrains? Oh no, I'm really bad at this. Setup. I think we need to create a new terrain. Ground. Okay. Oh no. Wait, is it that bad? Or is there a way to change that? Oh no. Do I have to change that by paint maybe? What's that? What? I think by now they added back the missing functionality, but back then it was impossible to have tiling tile maps which were just one block wide. Okay. I'm not even sure how that worked anymore. Let's try. I think that makes sense. Okay, let's go to the tile map. Terrains, ground. Okay. Wait. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're back. We're back in business. So we need to copy this. We need to copy this pattern. What? What's that? What? What? Oh yeah, because I don't have any way of tiling only one. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. So like this, I guess. Oh no, all my... Okay, I need to move everything. And also, it shouldn't smooth things out like that. But I guess we'll see that later. Yeah, I translated that just a bit by 2 pixels. Okay. Okay. Is it just me or the auto tiling is really bad for some reason? I hated it for a reason. Okay, okay. I'm starting to get it. So tiles, let's create a new terrain, I guess. I have to use thread for auto tiling from script, and doing that is so laggy. Wait, I cannot use just... Tile map. Okay. I just want to use this tile. Can I use this tile? Yes, okay. Okay. I think you need to import the image with nearest neighbor scaling instead of bilinear. Yep, I think we'll need to do that. It's in the import or in the rendering of the viewport? Okay. I think it's pretty close to what we had. Yes, okay. We just need to add collisions now. And wait, for some reason. Yep, okay, okay. So yeah, let's try to re-import. You know what? It kind of works already. No, it's not in the import. But yeah, since I'm rendering at the 64 by 64, it works, but the character position needs to be changed because it can be between different pixels, and that creates weird rendering issues. Wait, oh no, it's, I don't like that it's a project-wide setting. And it's not even working. Okay, let's figure out the collision first, and we'll figure out how to put the, how to force the rendering on exact pixels later. So, collisions. We need to change the tile map, the tile set to add collisions. Paint, physics, no physics layer. Okay. Physics layer, add collision, physics material. Let's not add any material. Now we have a physics layer. Okay. Painting. Let's see how I painted that here. Like, for instance, this, again, this could have been imported because this was in the previous tile set settings. What? Why am I doing this? Let's just copy the way I did it before. Okay. Okay, so that works, but it's going way too fast. And I cannot move. Okay. Okay, everything's falling way too fast. Let's change that. Fruit spawner. Add fruit spawner. Spawning size. Spawning scaling. Color hue. Color dispersion. Fruit type. Okay. Fruit. Here's the fruit. It's a rigid body with a physics material, a mass of 1 kilo, and a gravity scale of 1. Let's do a gravity scale of 1.3, I guess, and try again. Okay, it's still way too fast. For some reason, sometimes I cannot move. Hey, Zero Show, what's up? I recognize this game. Yep, it's the good old Minipet 64 where Porting it to God of 4 so that I can try and make a little toy where the game will run on the toy in a 3D environment. That's the goal. But yeah, porting it is a bit crazy right now. Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. Let's add a new collision shape. For the bottom here, that you will be able to walk everywhere. Reminds me of the Day of the Tentacle. Day of the Tentacle. Oh, okay, yeah, it's a point and click, I guess. Yes, okay. Where you could play the predecessor of an in-game arcade machine. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. For some reason, sometimes I cannot move. If I'm on the corner, sometimes I cannot move. Here, I cannot move here at all. What was that? Again, I wasn't able to... Again, I cannot move when I'm here. What's up with that? Okay, we need to check. The only thing I can think of is in Celeste, where you can find an old computer that ran the original Pico 8 version of the game. In Animal Crossing, you can actually play NES games on the NES. You can get a NES in the game and play NES games in it. So I guess the tile map, the tile set is the collisions are weird. Let's try that. Since tiles use polygon for collision, there may be a very tiny little spike on the corner tile. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, and now I cannot move anywhere. That's cool. It's even worse now. Cool. Okay, I'm stuck. For absolutely no reason. Why? That's horrible. Great, now that the problem got worse, you can just do the opposite of what you did. Let's go, let's do that. Let's do the opposite. Try enabling debug collision shapes to see if you're running in... Oh yeah, that's what I've just done. Physics layer, collision priority, physics material. Was I using a special... I'm just using like standard stuff. Polygon one way, no. Maybe something with the ground code is botched and not the tile map collision. The on-ground code. Let's see. From the pet. So ready. Okay, physics process. So I check the UI left and UI right. I multiply by delta by the speed. Then if it's colliding with any of the three checks, then I let the player jump by applying, and then I apply a central impulse, and else I just apply the impulse by I multiply by air control to reduce the ability to move in the air. And if the move x is greater than 0.1, I change the scale. Oh yeah, I'm just looking at, yeah, I'm just doing this to the sprite. If everything break, you can just turn off tile collision and just draw out the collision shape if you don't do anything procedural with the tiles. I hope you don't mind the backseating chat. No. I really like having your comments in the chat. Great mind thinks alike. Yeah, Zero Show. How are you, Zero Show? It's been a while. Because I just stopped streaming for like a year or so. Okay, let's try again. Whoa. It's a fancy pet here. Okay, let's play. Okay, right now I have no issue. Okay, I cannot move. So yeah, I think it's due to the collision here. That's really strange. Yeah. Maybe it's because the game is rendered at a so small resolution, but that shouldn't cause any issue, right? Collision shouldn't be related to the resolution. But yeah, the game is creating a polygon here, and it seems like it's stopping my character from going forward. If you do it enough, he will tell you that he hates you if you are right. I think last time I told you that I hated you. What was the reason? It was funny. If you're right, okay, so I don't have to worry. Yeah, last time I was like, oh no, I think maybe you told like, I don't remember. But yeah, I was like, I hate everyone. I hate game jams. I hate. I'm doing pretty good. Admittedly, I haven't had a lot of time to work on games recently, but I'm getting back into it. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so what are our options here? It's completely preventing the character from moving, which is really weird. The character is supposed to have a central impulse. What we could do is change the material. Like, it's... Let's disable this and try again. Yeah, now I'm stuck. Project setting, physics 2D. Can sleep. Let's remove the can sleep. Maybe that's the reason. And I'm stuck. And I'm stuck. Okay, I can... If I don't lock the rotation, it will just rotate. And it will work. Because now it's rotating, so... But I don't think it's the good thing to do. So it's because of the locking of the rotation. Since the rotation is locked, it will try to move. Then it will not be able to rotate. I guess it's the reason. I have another suggestion. Could you use the FreeCam in the game preview to zoom in on the collision? I didn't know that was a thing. So let's try it. What's the FreeCam? How does that work? How do you manipulate the camera? I didn't know that existed. 3D. Okay, and then what do I do? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, that's amazing. Whoa. Okay, we lost everything. Let's restart. And yeah, it's so small. It's only 64 by 64 pixel. So we're going to have a hard time here. Yeah, it's colliding with this side. Part of me thinks you're getting stuck on the tile edges because I had a similar problem once, but I don't remember how I fix it. Yeah, I'm getting stuck on this side here, but I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't really know how to fix that. I tried making it round, but it made the problem even worse. We could make the character really like yeah, no. What else could we do? Maybe we can use a character body, but then it's not using the same function anymore. It's not apply central force. It's move and slide. And I think we shouldn't use delta. You could put down a collision box there. Maybe that work better than the tile collision. Yeah, I want to be able to use the tile collision if I want to change the layout of the game, the mini game, you know. I think move and slide shouldn't use delta. As it used the physics steps delta value automatically. Okay. It uses the physics steps delta value automatically in calculations, so we shouldn't use the delta. What's going on? At most 0? What do you mean? Wait, move and slide is only 1? Oh yeah, I think you need to change the velocity. Yeah, okay. The gravity is not applied. We need to apply the gravity ourselves. My planet needs me? What do you mean? My planet. You play No Man's Sky? You... Oh yeah. Yeah. It was being abducted. Okay, sorry, I did not react to that. Okay, so the jumping doesn't work anymore. Can we try to see if the collision worked at least? It seems to work. Okay. So yeah, I think we're just going to use a character body 3D. We shouldn't have to use a any raycast anymore because we have the information is on ground now. Is on ground, on floor. Okay. Let's try. Tim, you need to up your miming game. Yes. I'm sorry. Getting way too serious. Okay, the jumping doesn't work right now. Oh, okay. Let's try. So it's not physics based, so I need to actually program the jump. Okay. We did that already. Can I just go check how we did it last time? Jump. So that was our code last time. Okay. Let's use move here. Okay. New velocity y equal velocity y. Velocity equals velocity move toward new velocity. Delta multiplied by velocity acceleration. Okay, we need velocity acceleration. Okay, and then velocity y equals gravity. Gravity. There you go. Gravity multiplied by delta multiplied by gravity scale. Okay. And if is on floor, velocity y plus equal jump force multiplied by gravity scale. Okay. Okay. That should work. I still cannot jump. But I think it's because the jump force is way too small. Or maybe just we need it to be negative. No, I still cannot jump. Okay, that's why. It fall back? Yeah, okay. Okay. Isn't 9 0.81 multiplied by 10 too much. It's the size of the window. Yeah, but it's multiplied by delta. It's an acceleration, so it should be fine. I cannot jump anymore here. Okay. Okay, the speed here is the jump is way too high. The acceleration, yeah, the gravity is not high enough. And we are getting stuck because of the way Ease on Floor works, but we can change that pretty easily, I think. Max angle considered floor, let's increase that. Okay. So we need to increase the acceleration, decrease the jump force, increase the gravity scale. Let's try again. The jump is still crazy. Now it's way too small. Wait. Why is the player... The player should be able to push stuff. So weak, yeah. How do we do that? How do we let the player push stuff? What's going on? I'm stuck. I think we had this issue last time. Okay. Okay. So floor layers, let's say floor layers, it's only going to be like 9. I think that's the issue. The fruits are viewed as floor by the player right now, I think. Let's try again. Oh no. Oh, I know why. Okay. Of course, the fruits don't go through anymore. For some reason, I cannot move the fruits, which doesn't make much sense. The fruits, they push me like that. It's pretty weird. Yeah, but wait. I had to put them here. Wait. And the fruits. Okay, let's try that. Nope, still cannot move the fruits. Even if they are not on the layer. Why? Not affected by physics at all. They affect other physics body in their path. Not really. Oh, it's move and collide. Oh no, it's just move and collide instead of move and slide. Right? Moves the body along the vector motion in order to be frame rate independent. Should be computed using delta. Question about the collision when stopped. Wait. No. I wouldn't have to do that. To get the latest collision call, get last slide collision. When the body touches a moving platform, the platform's velocity is automatically added to the body motion. If a collision occurs due to the platform motion, it will always be first in the slide collision. You have to manually resolve the collision, move and slide returns. I don't want to do that at all. I have to apply physics. Like I have to apply collisions myself, like with the normals and stuff like that. Last time we had the same issue last time. How did we fix that? I'm not sure what's going on. Are we really expected to just do all the collisions by hand? That will be horrible. I think in 3D we fixed that issue. You know what? If we cannot do that, I think I'm going to go back to using a rigid body then. But the rigid body collision was not working, so I'm a bit lost about what I'm supposed to do now. I expect collision to just work. Why should we make collision ourselves? Like you touch an object and then it adds the physics to it? Crazy idea, can you, for test, scale up things? Maybe it having problem on link collision of bodies this small? Yes, that's what I think too, but I want to use a 64 by 64 resolution. So it needs to work with that resolution. Alone equals along. No character body 2D just doesn't handle collision reactions. Yes, I think Fantozer was talking about when we used rigid body. Because we went from rigid body to character 2D to be able to not have the issue with the collision. And it seems to be working. We don't have this issue here. But we also don't have collision anymore. So... Okay, we're going to commit things that we have here so that we don't lose any work we made. Okay. First pass of porting to Godot 4. Wait, should we try? Wait. I need to change the git ignore. Wait, is dot import still here in Godot 4? I don't think so. Like the dot import folder. I have another odd idea. Try increasing physics quadrant size on the tile layer. Look up. Okay, yeah, I think it's. I think we don't need the dot import folder. Untracked. That's stupid. Okay, we're done committing stuff. So now let's revert to our rigid body. Okay, So rigid body, can we do the same thing here? Okay. Let's save that. And let's retry. Okay, I'm stuck here. Okay. It's only sometimes. Okay. So yeah, we have multiple things we can check. Let's try the zero show idea. So we need to go inside minigame, tile map, physics. On the time map node. Use kinematic bodies. If true, the star map player collision shapes will be instantiated as kinematic bodies. This can be needed for moving tile map player's nodes. No. Collision visibility mode default. Physics quadrant size. The time map's physics quadrant size within a physics quadrant cell with similar physics properties are grouped together and their collision shapes get merged. Physics quadrant size defines the length of a square side in the map's coordinate system that forms the quadrant. Thus, the default quadrant size groups together 16 by 16 equals 256 tiles. As a quadrant are created according to the tile map's coordinate system, the quadrant's square shape might not look like squares. Okay. This impacts the value returned by getCoord for body RID. Higher values will make that function less precise. To get the exact cell coordinates, you need to set physics quadrant size to 1, which disables physics chunking. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so each tile is a physics object now. But we still have some issues. Let me reproduce. I felt one issue. Here. Wait, let me try again. Yeah, I cannot move here. I cannot move here. Okay. Is it because of this shape? Maybe let's remove this shape we tried to add earlier. Cannot move. I cannot move here. No, there's really an issue with the way physics work. Yeah, I cannot move. Okay, so that's something. because now you are getting caught on the individual tiles. Yeah, yeah, I know. But this will happen. This will happen with any number of tiles, you know? I think what we need to do is to change the margin. Continuous collision detection mode. Continuous collision detection tries to predict where a movie body will collide instead of moving it and correcting its movement after collision. Cast ray continuous collision detection enabled using ray casting. This is faster. Cast shape. Shape casting. This is the slowest CCD method and the most precise. Let's try cast ray. Cannot move. I cannot move anymore. So the way the issue is I'm going to, yeah, I just try to move, you know, and then I cannot move anymore. But it's a capsule shape thing that makes no sense. Like, it shouldn't have any collision with just two borders like that. So let's use the more precise collision. Nope, still happening. So that it merges the collision shape again, which seemed to reduce it. Yes, yes, but it wouldn't fix the solution. It will be as Fontosers suggested earlier, just add a collision manually, which is not what I'm really trying to fix this. Like, I want to fix so that this is not an issue anymore, you know? I don't want to just like be like, oh no, now it works in my case. I want to know how to fix that. Wait, I was using impulse, but I should use force. Impulse is just for the jump. Should we use delta here? That's my question. I think we should. I think we should use delta. It's going way too fast. The speed we are using is just seems way too high to me. And now I can never move for some reason. I can move when I'm in the air, but not on the ground. I'm lost. It cannot move at all anymore. Are you serious? Why? It's getting worse. It's even worse than before. What did I do? I'm just using apply forces instead of impulse, but forces make more sense than impulse in that case. It's even worse than before, and I don't even know why. I cannot move on the ground anymore. Maybe it's the friction? Let's try to reduce the friction from the character. Okay, we can move now. But here we stopped. Okay, no friction at all. Okay, we need some friction. Can I remove the timer? Please? Okay, I'm stuck here. Reducing friction kind of works. But do we want... Wait, does that work? Okay, I think reducing the friction works. but then we have some... The movement is weird. But it's better than not working. Okay, let's say that's a good thing. Character jumps too high and too fast. Okay. Let's try. Okay. It works. I'm just going to try to be satisfied with this result. For some reason, the fruits here are not showing. Why? Control fruit position. Okay, they should stay here. Show game. Okay, that should work. Let's try again. Wait. They are physics objects. They are physics objects. The fruits here are physics objects. That's so funny. We need to disable them. Okay, let's try again. I'm using the actual fruit object. Okay, wait. The animation player. Why are the results showing here? Okay, yeah, that's one thing I hate about animation player. Why it matter? Well, leave the playhead. Yeah, exactly right. You should call the reset function. But here I'm not even sure that's the... Yeah, okay. Okay, well, yeah, that was stupid. Okay, the character is a bit too slidey, but I cannot really do anything else than that. Or the character will get caught on the ground. Okay, we're pretty close from the game being working again. Good enough. Yeah, it's supposed to be an Easter egg, and I did not remember the game was in Godot 3, so now we need to port the game, and I didn't want to do that. So yeah, next thing to figure out is the rendering. I want to use nearest neighbor rendering, not bilinear. So that's with the viewport, but right now it's something in the view project setting. I guess. Default texture filter linear. Let's do nearest. Okay. Oh, it worked. Oh no, I cannot move. No. I'm stuck between two fruits. Okay. The text was supposed to have an outline. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty good. Cool. I think we're getting pretty close to our original game. Let's see. Let's try the original game. No. Oh, I see something missing. The little stars in the eye are missing. And this took less place on screen. The buttons took less place on screen. Okay. Why is this? Why -4? I think it was in Godot 2 I needed -4. We don't need -4. Yeah, cool. And now we need to reduce the size of this a bit. The height. So okay. I think we need a custom box. Okay, cool. Yeah, the little light in the eyes. Hmm. Set glitter amount. I need to check how it worked in the previous version. Hi Merlinu, and so the competition begins? What's that? Who will end up with the biggest stream? Who's streaming? Oh, Badmol's streaming. I'll end soon. I'm doing I'm creating a little. I'm porting a game I made something like 5 years ago to Godot 4 to be able to reuse it. See, that was in Godot 3 and now in Godot 4 it's broken. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that works. Nope, we don't see the little spark in the eyes. So yeah, that's the that's what we're working on. It's a little like you have a virtual pet like that. Then you can buy new pets. You're not supposed to have as much money as that. And then you can play little games with them. No. Okay. You mostly think about stuff in your head when you program? No, I do not really see you reading documentations or things like that. Sometimes I open documentation on another screen. For instance, I open I had an issue earlier with collisions I had to open, but you have a lot of resources directly inside the engine itself, because you can, for instance, hold control, click on a function, and it will get you to the documentation. So that's really useful. I use that a lot. Yeah, the eye texture, it was not still not working as expected. It should. Whoa. iMesh. Viewport texture. Okay, yeah, it should look like that for the eye. So eye texture, fruit. Okay, here's the eye. Let's assign the viewport. Okay, it looks like what we should get. Let's reload. So here, when we scrub them, when we pet them, we should see more stars in the eyes. But right now there are none. So it means that there's an issue. And I think it's with the glitter amount. I don't even know why I'm using this twice. Okay, glitch amount is a integer, right? That must be it. Glitch amount is at 0. When do I use this? The print debug tactic, yeah. I print a lot. Yeah, I should remove the prints I have from earlier. Okay. So this did not work. Let's see. The eye here, it's working here, so I really think the issue is with the amount. When I set the amount here, when do I call this? I call this here. Oh, wait. This lerp is between 0 and 1, but I think it will use an integer instead of using a float number. It's good tactic, but I know people who need 15 minutes to redeploy the app. So I guess it sucks in those conditions. They just log everything and then filter and the huge log file. 15 minutes, yeah, if you need 15 minutes to run something, it's sad. I don't have this issue. Okay, so I think we should be good now. Nope, still doesn't work. Let's say glitter amount. Okay, wait. Why does it work now? What? Okay, that makes no sense. Doesn't work for him? For them? It works for them. Oh no. Wait, the video section is broken. It only works for the last one? Was this an issue before? Yeah. Wait, I guess it was an issue before. Yeah, the sparkles only gets bigger for the last one. Okay. Interesting. So why? Why does it do that? Why would it do that? Oh, maybe it's not independent. Wait. Local to scene. If true, the resource is duplicated for each instant of all scene. I asked ChatGPT about your problem and he said you made a mistake somewhere probably. Hope that helps. Thank you very much, Marlinu, for your dedication, and I think this will really help us figure things out. That's fixed. That's fixed. I still have an issue with the camera that I need to figure out. But the little sparkles in the eye are fixed. I want to have more sparkles by default. So let's make 0.1 and not 0 as the minimum. Yep, I think that works. And here's the second one. Alright, I'm off to the competition. Good job on the sparkles. Very inspiring how you just thought in your head and understood resources sharing. Later. Thank you, Marinu. But you know, it was really thanks to your contribution. It's thanks to ChatGPT telling us that there was maybe something wrong somewhere. Okay, cool. Yes, very insightful. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop here anyways. Next time I want to, like, we ported, I think we did it. We actually ported the game in Godot 4. There's still some stuff to figure out. Some stuff that works, that don't work as expected. But it works. It's now working on Godot 4. So, yep, we'll continue next time. Just to understand what we're trying to achieve, the goal is to take this game, this little pet simulator, and to put inside the game I made last week. To put a little toy that you can play with, and this will be inside the toy. That's the goal. We'll try to do that next stream. I'm going to end the stream now here. Thank you for passing by. Maybe we can raid someone. Let's see. Do we have... Well, we don't have that much people to send to someone. So I'm just going to stop here. Thank you very much for passing by. And yeah, subscribe if you liked it and want to see the next part. And see you around. Bye.